Today, let us start a very important topic from your section B, that is from the writing skill part, which is debate writing. Students, you need to keep in mind that in the debate and speech, what you were supposed to do, that you are trying to convince the audience with your speech or with your arguments. However, debate is more vehement than a speech. In a speech, you try to influence others, but in debate, you try to win over your points. As far as learning of how to write a debate, we shall proceed theoretically. Debate will be a part of your long composition, and in writing section, debate writing comes with a choice between speech writing. Now, first let me read out the definition. What is a debate? A debate is a formal discussion or an argument on a subject on which people have different opinions. It is used as a means of putting forward your points to convince the audience about the point of view. In this type of composition, the person is free to express his or her views by writing in favor of or against the topic. The debate has to have a proper structure, beginning and conclusion. It is a persuasive manner of speaking with the aim of converting the view of another person or of the audience to your point of view. You need to persuade others. You cannot just force others to accept your views. For that matter, you need to put forward your arguments or your points analytically and convincingly, whether you are speaking in favor or against the motion. Like other writing skill, you cannot write on both aspects like merits and demerits. In debate writing, you have to stick to any one aspect, either merits or demerits. Either you are in total disagreement or agreement and have to prove your point supporting with strong arguments. A speaker either speaks for or against the issue being discussed. In favor of the motion and against the motion is a technical term used in debates. The topic that has been moved forward for discussion is called motion. A debate is argumentative in nature. Here you try to argue and convince others that your point of view is correct. Debate writing carries 5 marks and you have to write your debate in 120 to 150 words. The mark distribution for debate writing is similar to the speech writing. For the format, that means for the opening address and conclusion will carry 1 mark, that falls under the format. Then content means the body of the debate will carry 2 marks. What you put into the body of the debate, your arguments, your facts, your views, whatever, will carry 2 marks. And expression, that covers accuracy of language, grammar, spelling, relevance of ideas. All this will carry 2 marks. Now let us look at the format. First, salutation. A debate must always start by formally addressing the chief guest, jury members, and the audience. The audience can be according to the topic as well as the place. If you are speaking in the school, you address the principal, teachers, dear friends. If it is a competition, you address the judges, participants. For any general occasion or place, you may simply say, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. You can start with rhetorical questions also. Quotation, which is optional, you may avoid it and directly start the debate with the salutation. That depends on you. Now next comes the introduction. In introduction, you need to introduce yourself and address by specifying whether you are speaking for the motion, means for the topic, or against the motion, means against the topic given in the question. Make it clear in the introduction, in the beginning, whether you are speaking for or against the motion. You should always remember, students, that debate should always have a good introduction to grab the audience attention and garner the interest in the topic. Now comes the development, means the main body, which is the important part, which carry 2 marks, means what you put in your body. For exposition, substantiate your points with relevant examples, statistics, views, facts, and figures. Forcefully and clearly, the speaker must express his or her views either for or against the motion. Highlight the main points of the argument, at the same time use ideal examples to support them. The points should be strong and logical as to nullify some of the points made by the opponent. These main points of the argument must be highlighted in the middle portion, that is the main body. In the body, you can use examples, rhetorical questions to involve the audience. That depends on you how you organize your ideas in the body. Then comes the conclusion. In the conclusion, state your opinion or view in the concluding lines to emphasize your stand on the issue. Then conclude with thank you mentioned as a final separate line of your whole debate. Now this is the format. An ideal debate writing must have 4 paragraphs, but it is optional, depend on you. But the salutation, you should have a proper introduction, then body and conclusion and thank you. You need to mention all this. These are some of the points that I have given for you to remember. Now, as I have told you earlier, that debate should always have a good introduction to grab the audience attention and garner interest in the topic. In this, you can use rhetorical questions also and quotations also. For this, you always have a general quotes in handy. They help in presentation and shows that you are prepared. Now, another point, one should have a clarity of thoughts. He or she must know what they are going to say or write. The facts which are presented to prove their point or stand, they should be accurate. If you are not sure about the facts, then don't mention them. Then be polite and don't be offensive in your tone or disrespectful in your words. Use pronouns like I, you, and we. While writing your debate, try to use these common phrases. I would like to draw your attention. In my opinion, on the contrary, I feel very strongly that I strongly oppose. So these are the common phrases that you can use, but this is optional. But using of it will give a better understanding of the topic of yours to the audience or the readers. Now, presentation is very important. How do you present your body? How do you present your debate? Link your answers with present scenario on personal and on global level. Use examples, views, figures, keeping in view the word limit you can do. If the word limit is allowing you to include all the examples, facts and figures, then you can mention it. Then use rhetorical questions. So I told you earlier while discussing that interactive language should be used. They are used to grab the attention of the audience and make the readers interesting and effective. These rhetorical questions can be used here and there in order to make the language more interesting and interactive, but don't use so much a rhetorical question also. You need to stick with your views and facts and also examples that you are going to put in the body. Use simple and short sentences. Don't use so much of complex sentences. Your composition should be meaningful, brief and to the point. Unnecessary details or explanations should be avoided. In the end, don't forget to write a thank you in the separate line. Try not to exceed the prescribed word limit given in the question. Then, generally, debates are written in present tense. Simple past you used if you are telling something about past. But don't forget that throughout the debate, stick to your viewpoints either in or favor. Do not be on both sides. You are either supporting the motion or you are against the motion.